thing I see on AccuWeather is an article from CNN published today. The truth behind those white streaks trailing behind jets in the skies. I am not kidding. And it's a picture. It looks like a picture, one of my nut job photos I take daily of the chemtrails going on over our heads. It literally looks like one of those. And they do a whole in-depth article on how their contrails, condensation trails, and all of you tinfoil hat nut jobs are completely insane and out of your minds to think that there's some coordinated effort by the government to poison and control us.
Oh, so they didn't admit that it was real?
They admit they're real.
Well, but not. Wait a minute. So the story was they were saying they are spraying them to produce clouds, or?
They're saying that chemtrails exist. They acknowledge it because you have to.
Yeah, because it's out there.
It's out there. But they go on to say that it's just logistically not feasible for them to, or to perform that kind of an operation on a national or international scale.
Yeah, which is, come on, that's true. That's why they're doing it in like the very rich countries, very rich areas of rich countries.
Yeah, I'm starting to think the chemtrailing that I see is just poisoning all the people living in the city because you want to poison the urban folk. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I'm assuming it's just an mRNA vaccine.
That's what I believe they're spraying. But either way, check it out. It's on CNN. They're talking about chemtrails. They're all about it. You're crazy for thinking it's anything other than just regular condensation. But my point being is, you are right on the money, sir. You can't even go check on the weather without there being a conspiracy theory smacking you in the face.
Yeah, every news outlet, front page. I like how you put it first, dude. This Boeing guy, come on.
Yeah. So this is John Barnett, right, from South Carolina. Or no, he was found dead in South Carolina. I believe he was there in between a week-long legal deposition where he was exposing fraudulent behaviors at Boeing, where they were essentially allowing bad parts or parts that don't match to be used on various aircraft.
Yeah.
If I'm to understand the whole story.
And then he just hung himself with the same rope Epstein used.
Right. So Barnett worked at Boeing for 32 years, retired in 2017, became a whistleblower, was in the middle of a weeks-long deposition, and then shot himself in the head in the parking lot of his hotel.
It's just, come on, man.
Come on, man.
How stupid do I look? You know?
Well, that's a great question, all right? So, all right, wait. Let's start here, okay? I'm a nut job. I wear the tinfoil hat all day, every day. I dream with the tinfoil hat on, all right? Mike, you're the man of logic here, right? You like to see the world through the eyes of normalcy. What say you with this John Barnett character? Are we right to immediately assume that this was an assassination?
I have one question for one person. Where were you, Hillary Clinton, on the night of the murder?
You've been Clintoned.
That's my one question to my one person. That's all I need to know. Now, come on, man. This is straight up. They murdered him.
Well, I gotta know how much stock the Clintons have in Boeing. I imagine quite a bit.
Oh no, it's not. It's not even the stock. It's not even the. Dude, it's like one of the biggest suppliers of for the weapons weapons manufacturing.
Right, they're pretty much in the pocket of Biden and Zelensky and company, and they're the ones pushing Congress to juice up the arsenal over in Israel for their bombardment of Gaza. So I mean, we love Boeing in this
mean,
country,
I
right?
mean, think about it. This guy probably got shot by a drone that came in, shot him
Okay.
with the gun, put the gun in his hand, and then flew away.
Okay, all right. So you and I love these murders, man, because there's so many ways. They clearly didn't go with the heart attack gun, which I'm surprised. That would have been, if he had died of the heart attack, number one conspiracy would be the vaccine got him.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, you can't do heart attacks right now. We're a little touchy on heart attacks.
We're touchy on the heart attacks, man. We've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of heart attacks. We gotta.
and then Putin kind of trademarked the whole, radiate.
The nuclear doorknob, right? So we can't go with the nuclear
I
doorknob.
don't want to be a copycat.
That's right. You got to be an original. And what's more original than blasting a dude through the skull in his car? Where are my Kennedy fans
We got
at?
these new robot dogs with guns. We got to test them out. They get dropped in by a drone.
Well, see, this is the scenario where
you know who made them was Boeing. So we'll see who's right. If the guy's right about what he's saying, these dogs will fail and he will live. It's a win-win.
Wow. Well, maybe this was Boeing proving to him that we do have things that work. And I imagine it was more like a tiny drone, like bumblebee, and it kind of buzzed into the car, and it had like an even tinier little Magnum 45.
Somebody check the gun. Maybe the robot just transforms into a gun.
Ooh. Yeah, right. Can't you maybe just fly around a magical bullet at this point, actually?
I mean, they had them back in the 60s.
Hey-o. Yeah.
You know what I love about this, though? Like, one of the biggest problems hotels have is people getting a hotel room specifically to kill themselves in that room.
Exactly.
So the family doesn't have to find the body or clean it up and everything. It's like, do you mean to tell me this guy went there? He had the hotel room, but he decided, nah, I'd rather go die out in the parking lot.
It's really weird, and it makes you think maybe they had a little security going on, or parking lot, not so many cameras where they can capture the perpetrator of the bullet.
That's the other thing, dude. How do you not have videos?
I know, this whole thing stinks. It's unbelievable.
Dude, somebody dropped off, one of the landscapers, a bush fell off of their truck while they were driving by, and it landed in my neighbor's lawn. But we had videos from 6 different Ring doorbells. Everybody trying to identify this fucking truck to figure out who should come pick up this bush.
That's
insane.
That's the burbs, though, right? And in the city, the eye in the sky on every corner is the government, so obviously they have no recollection of any footage capturing any guy shooting this dude who's going to expose the government.
He was in some dangerous waters, man. That's when you talk about Boeing, you're talking about the military industrial complex right there.